Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a topic about wrestling, which for my channel lately I really haven't done much of, but I intend to do more of. Today's topic, how I would book the road to WrestleMania 31. And I'm hoping to be a little bit quicker here than I did when I did the video how I would do Ghostbusters 3, so hopefully I don't go off on a rant here for hours or like 15 minutes or whatever, and I'm going to be quick about it. It's just a general set of ideas. It doesn't have to be, I'm not putting super full detail into it, but it's a basic general idea. And it's going to start with this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. Now, there's two major matches this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, and John Cena versus Randy Orton. The winner will fight, Brock Lesnar for the title. Okay, when it comes to the Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins match, I would basically just have Seth Rollins go over by cheating. Like Dean Ambrose comes close to the victory, but Seth Rollins steals the match somehow and just wins. So basically, Dean Ambrose works super hard to get to that point, and he doesn't win it. And then when it comes to the John Cena Randy Orton match, I have two outcomes here, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't really impact much besides Survivor Series, which is next month in November. One option. That match ends in a draw somehow. Maybe John Cena and Batista. I'm talking about other people. I'm talking Batista. He's not even here. John Cena, Randy Orton is like they get beaten up so much that they both can't continue the match and it ends in a draw. And then that could lead to a triple threat match at Survivor Series because Brock Lesnar could come out and be like, I don't really care who wins. I want to take both of you out. Anyways, you both are trying to get. You both went after my manager, Paul Heyman. You're both wanting to get in my face and take this title from me and fight me. How about you both bring it on? Let's have a triple threat match that is the class of 2002. Or we have Orton win, because we really don't want to see another, Cena-Brock Lesnar match just yet. I do intend to have one later on, one more time. But we have Randy Orton, he cheats or he's successful, and he goes into a one-on-one match at Survivor Series with Brock Lesnar. Either match outcome, you could basically say that Brock Lesnar's going to win either way. And then basically he could pin Randy Orton, and basically if you have the outcome where it's a triple threat match, Cena's like, I had my chance, and because of Randy Orton, I lost it. And he's like, screw Randy Orton, you took my chance from me. I was going to win the title back from Brock. Or if it was just John Cena. If it was without John Cena, it was just a singles match, Orton would just get probably decimated, maybe SummerSlam style like Cena was. Something similar to that effect. And then you can kind of see, you kind of, up until this point, you continue the little feud that's kind of culminating in the authority between Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. Maybe Seth Rollins maybe Seth Rollins costs him the match at, Survivor Series, somehow gets in his way, so on and so forth, something like that. And then you basically say Randy Orton feels like he's getting screwed out of the deal because he won a one-on-one match with, Brock Lesnar. And this is in the triple threat. Like I said, it splits off into two things, but it kind of comes back together at TLC in December. And he's like, I got screwed. I had to fight with John Cena there as well. Or you could basically say, I got screwed because Seth Rollins, Triple H, Stephanie, what are you going to do? This guy, me and him do not click together. There's some sort of animosity between us, blah, blah, blah. You need to settle it with him so we can get back to the grand picture because I'm the face of the company kind of thing. Like you're Randy Orton, like how you might, I'm the face, so I'm gonna, and stuff like that. And they want to get the title off of Brock Lesnar, technically. And they want, and John Cena keeps getting in their way, Dean Ambrose keeps getting in their way, so on and so forth. And there's this little feud in the middle of the authority between Seth Rollins and, Randy Orton. Now, if it's a one-on-one, like I said, maybe he gets destroyed, or maybe he kind of gets screwed by Seth Rollins, but then Seth Rollins might be attacked by, Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar got attacked by him back, the last title match. Or it's a triple threat match where maybe, he gets distracted, and maybe Cena gets beaten, or he gets distracted, and maybe he gets, Brock Lesnar just destroys him, when he's off guard or something like that. I don't know. In a way, Brock Lesnar wins either way, and you kind of continue the feud between Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, and Cena's like, I lost my chance to face him, or because I lost at Hell in a Cell, or it's because in the triple threat match, if it was a draw, somehow they both get put into a match in Survivor Series for a triple threat. You then have basically Cena coming out saying I had my shot and it was ruined because it was a triple threat and I had to worry about Randy Orton besides just Brock Lesnar. I wanted Brock Lesnar one-on-one. Basically like the typical Cena promo. And then at this point, Brock Lesnar leaves. He walks off, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to be at TLC. You can do whatever you want at TLC. I'm coming back at the Rumble. And then Triple H and Stephanie set up like a 4-man, 6-man ladder match at TLC where the winner of it's going to get a title shot at, Brock Lesnar in January in the Royal Rumble. Okay, and they basically either they pick who's in the match or they have people win the match, like qualifying matches, but then it's basically John Cena, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, which wins his match somehow to get put into the match. Antonio Cesaro comes out and basically starts bad-mouthing Paul Heyman. He basically says, I was on the top of my world. I kicked out, I went up, I got out of the Real Americans and Jack Swagger, and I was on the top of the world. And I won the Andre the Giant Battle Royale at WrestleMania, and then I teamed with you, and we were going well so far, and then my career dropped, and then I left you, and I've done nothing since then. So, screw you, Paul Heyman, you ruined my career. I didn't have a strong year. So you kind of take the stupidity that WWE has done with Antonio Cesaro, the fact that they really haven't used him at all since WrestleMania, and you kind of throw into a storyline where he blames it all on Paul Heyman, and he qualifies. He's like, I'm going to win this match. I'm going to go to the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to do the spin and take out your guy, Paul Heyman. Screw you. You always care about Paul Heyman. You never cared about me. You never put full effort in me. You always cared about Brock Lesnar. So he shows some animosity, whereas Antonio Cesaro wants to win this match so he can fight Brock Lesnar and get revenge on Paul Heyman. And then you could probably throw in like Kane because the Authority's like, oh, we got to throw him in there. We can't have Cena win this thing. We can't have Dean Ambrose win this thing. We have to have Randy Orton win this thing. And you could probably kind of get into a little argument between them, like, okay, Randy Orton's like, okay, Kane, you're gonna help me win this match. We're gonna screw these guys over. I'm gonna get my legit chance against Brock Lesnar if it was a triple threat, or I'm gonna get my rematch because I got screwed at Survivor Series if it was a singles match. And maybe Kane's like, no, I want to win this match. I'm going to take on him. And then just show some animosity between not only Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, but Randy Orton and Kane. And then basically Triple H is going out of his mind trying to keep his authority together at this point. And if there's a sixth guy in there, it could be any old person, RVD, who really gives a crap? Like, another person. But the winner of the match is going to be John Cena. And then basically John Cena's like, I got my golden opportunity. Brock Lesnar, you're mine at Royal Rumble. They have a match. And basically, and we're going to get to that in a second. Up until this point, Dean Ambrose is still getting in the face of the Authority, and basically, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton there's no going back now. This is a lot worse than it was about now. They're really getting at each other. They really can't trust each other anymore. So basically, there's 2 remaining spots in this 40-man Royal Rumble, and basically, like Triple H is getting a little pissed off. He's like, no, you guys are going to fight each other in a match, and the winner of that match is going to get into the Royal Rumble, and basically Dean Ambrose. And then when it comes to Dean Ambrose, Triple H legitimately challenges him to a match at Royal Rumble, and Dean Ambrose is like, okay, Dean, I'm going to... And basically this is the point where I'm going to win this match, and you're not going to get into the Royal Rumble. I will be in the Royal Rumble. So regardless of who wins this match, if Randy Orton or Seth Rollins, there's at least another chance that the Authority can win the Royal Rumble. Because then Triple H is basically saying, like, if it's not Seth Rollins,